Yes!
Hello everybody, I just want to say a few words if you'd indulge me for a moment or two. Firstly, I'd like to say a massive thanks to all of you for coming here. And I'd like to say thank you to all of the volunteers. Pride is a volunteer-led organisation, so it was volunteers that put up all of these signs this morning at 5 a.m. It was volunteers that negotiated with Dublin City Council. It was volunteers that spoke to the guards to make sure we could have a safe and inclusive party. It's been volunteers that have done this, and they do this out of the goodness of their hearts because we are family and because we believe in better. And just like the people that have come before us, we think this could be better. So in 1974, there was the original protest outside the Department of Justice, and there was a group of queer people that thought, you know what, enough is enough. We deserve to be recognised. In 1983, after the death of Declan Flynn, when the people who murdered him got off on suspended sentences because they were cleaning up the streets. Fuck them, indeed. And the queer community said, you know what, enough is enough. And they gathered together and they made things better. In 1993, David Norris brought his case and he said enough is enough. And people gathered behind him and they made safer streets for all of us. In 2015, we had our gender recognition when the trans community decided that that was enough for them. And they came out and they were given support by our community. And in the same year, we got marriage equality because enough people stood up and said, this is not good enough. Now, if you think this is good enough, then happy Pride. But frankly, from me, as somebody who works in the LGBTQ community, I don't think it's good enough. I don't think having one day of celebration and protest is good enough. I don't think asking for corporate sponsors because we can't get money from the government, but suddenly there's €20 million to bring the Pope to Dublin, is good enough. I think that having a sex ed bill that excludes LGBT people is not good enough. I think trans children that are in schools that ignore their gender identity and make them feel excluded is not good enough. And to be honest, I think safely being able to walk down the streets with my beautiful fiance, but knowing the children that we have will not be recognised is not good enough. So if this is good enough, then I'm fine with that, guys, but it's not good enough for me. We continue marching until the battle is over because we are family. And family means never ever leaving anybody behind. Thank you so much for joining us, but join the battle too. Happy Pride.